It is the night before opening day of turkey season.
This is the new tin can.
This is the new tin can. Stopping by the Nugents before opening day of turkey season. And why are you in the garage?
So we're building a new camp.
Building a new
What's
camp.
going on over there? Trailers out, new buildings in, and we still wanted to come up for turkey camp. And everyone was like, "Oh, then you're crazy. You should, ask John if we can sleep down there in his camp or go up and stay with him." Calls, and we were like, "Nah, we're gonna sleep in the garage." I mean, it's not every day you get to sleep with your lawnmower.
This is all the heat they got. It's gonna be like what? Low 30s tomorrow morning.
That's not true. Don't lie to him. That thing's heated too.
Yeah, but
that was significant.
Yeah, that one's at least.
We might hit 45 degrees tonight.
Yeah. Cam, Garrett, they're all ready. Craig's here. We're going to be getting up in a few hours, so we need to hurry up and get ready for bed.
We'll get you take this way.
John's ready. Yeah, well, that's true. That's why you never kill any birds. That's why you never see John in the turkey hunting video.
They're going to be all over the place tomorrow.
They're going to be ready.
We
can smell it.
I don't know if that's the Joes or the Longbeards, but I can smell something.
All right. Picking up Andrew McNew.
Oh, boy.
We're going to try to get him his very first turkey today. What are you going to be using?
Got my Benelli Super Black Eagle. We got it with Longbeard XR.
Nice.
5-shot.
And we got it all put together, chokes. We got the right choke put in last time.
Yep. Make sure our guns are ready.
Nice. Getting everything all set up. Whoever has a cell phone here better not forget it.
Back, man.
Yeah. All right, we're getting ready to head out. We got a blind set up right here, so I think we just heard our first gobble. Got a lot of cloud cover, just came in. While we're standing here listening to birds on that hillside and over on this hillside. Just heard them gobble. The fog is rolling in thick now. Right now we got birds 360 around us, but they're all far away, so we're just gonna make some calls here. Hillside and hit this side because we were hearing everything on the other hillsides, and it's still them birds on the other hillside, so it just seems like nothing's on our hill but on every other hill around us. So well, we're walking back to the blind. McNew just found a little shed.
That has to be this year, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely this year.
There you go.
Pretty cool.
Is it something bad? Yeah.
Hey, didn't you find a antler one time, and then you shot one? So we'll see how that pans out. Cool. Alright, so we're in the blind. Got one of these tied weed blinds. Pretty cool. First time ever using one. You can see we got the decoys set up. We just had a deer come up to the decoys and run away. So that's why I got my camera on. But we're basically just gonna sit here and wait out the morning because birds are off the roost. Everything stopped gobbling. Andrew thinks there's a turkey down here below us. They just kind of gobbled a little bit ago, so it's more or less just sitting here waiting. They've been coming up here into this food plot earlier in the year when we come up here just driving around on four-wheelers, so we're in a known spot where the gobblers like to come, and we'll just throw out a yelp every now and then and see what we see. Well, there's the blind and our decoys, but we're gonna leave. We're gonna walk over around the other hillside. We haven't heard a gobble anywhere, it seems like, within a half a mile, so we're gonna take a walk out the hillside, see if we can get one to strike up by just walking, giving a call here and there, and then come back, and then we might go over to Andrew's property and try to call, but we're not going to be hunting, you know, super hard. It's cold, it's wet, it's foggy, and we think we heard like 2 shots this morning, but they seemed like a mile away. Talked to John Nugent and those guys, said they could have shot some hens, but the same thing with them. The only gobbles that they're hearing are like a mile away, so that's the way it is. We're gonna go see what we can find. Well, it's getting colder out because now we're actually getting snow. We're actually getting snow.
It's unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like this. Now, we've hunted turkeys in the snow on opening day of spring gobbler in the past.
For youth season.
But it's never been like, it never looked like the middle of May. We got leaves on the trees and everything, and it's snowing. So, it's cold and it's foggy because you can't see anything. I mean, you could see for miles from here. You can't see anything. You can't even see 100 yards down over the hills, so.
You can't even see where we came from.
No. So we're just walking and calling, and the snow looks like it's coming down even harder. Not fun. Back
Did you guys have a lot
at
of
camp in the Nugents. How'd you guys do, Craig?
I saw a lot of deer.
We saw a lot of deer too.
Not a lot of turkeys. A lot of deer, not a lot of turkeys.
Yeah, they give me a whole stack out of
Nice. Well, me and Andrew, no turkeys today.
No.
And then we planted what? How many trees we plant today? On his property.
550 trees today.
Norway spruce. So we did that, and then Andrew's going to go out with his dad here through the week, a couple days, and then see if he can get some more footage. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. All right. It is the first Monday of spring turkey. Mac Noon and I are going back out. We're going to head across the road, try a couple fields. Should be warmer today, no wind, sun's out, no clouds, no snow. So, what do you think, Maxine?
Hopefully it's better than the opening day.
It's gonna get worse. Heading back out for I guess regular morning hunt. Early morning didn't work out too well. Saw some deer, 6 deer and 3 hens at the bottom of a cornfield, but I thought at first they were jakes, but ended up, when I looked at the footage, they were all hens, so we just backed out of there. So now we're gonna go back up and sit on a different field, see what we can see. Are you ready? Are you ready? Wait, don't, wait. Yeah, let them work down. Wait. All right, I'm ready whenever. Wait, don't do it. Wait. Yeah, wait.
Well, I was originally set up in a blind this morning before daylight in a place where turkeys were roosted last week, and they were on the opposite hillside this week. So I hurried up, packed up, just ran solo without the blind, and it's a lot easier with the camera, and just booked it across the creek and up the other side. Had that one starting to gobble. He'd answer me, but he was coming and going, so I thought he was in a strut zone, which usually means there's a hen nearby. And when I crossed the creek, I had one more yelp. He gobbled, but he just kept gobbling his way away from me. Seems to be a common theme with me. It seems like every bird has hens with it that just want to go the other way. Every time you call, the hens go, nope, not going that way, go the other way. So it's usually first thing in the morning, maybe late morning. They get broke up, but I gotta go work, so I don't know when I'll get back out. But that was my morning for a Tuesday in the second week. Are you ready, Andrew?
Well,
Everybody, nobody knows this, but you gotta tell everybody. You missed a bird yesterday.
I missed a bird yesterday off the around 7:30 this morning, sitting over a bean or cut cornfield, and got a little hung up, and I got a little antsy, and I had Jake's come down to the decoys, but the longbeard wanted to stay tucked in the woods, about 45-50 yards, and I think I shot low, so
Yeah.
that just gives me no reason to go out though.
So you shot again at like 30 and 40 yards just to make sure
Oh yeah, I
the
shot.
yardage was a little bit further than what you thought it was. And
Yeah, whenever you're
It's
sitting on
like,
the
yeah.
ground, it's so, in archery season, you're like range finding everything, you
Yeah.
know where everything's at. You're like, I got my points. When turkey comes around, I should start bringing a rangefinder just to make sure
Yeah.
I know where everything's at. But
All right, well,
I'm gonna go head out now.
we're gonna go and try the bird that I was hunting the other day. So see if he's back there, and we got the blind set up, and
And chairs.
yeah, we got chairs in there now, and
I'm
we
a
have to
false
sit on the
lead.
ground, and we gotta make sure we can bring the decoys too. We're gonna do that too. Yeah, I figured.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, next stop. Hopefully we got turkey gobbling in front of us. Right now the turkey's just gobbled a few times behind us, about 250 yards. And we have the decoy set up right here. But they only gobbled a few times and shut up. They're probably out of the roost now, but we're just gonna play the long game. Just sit here and wait, see if something comes in. It might be one of these days where you do very minimal calling, so they don't want to gobble. Just a few yelps every now and then. I think I just heard him gobble. Now it's due down. Okay, get ready, because they're coming. They're going to come right up to these decoys. Little buck. Okay, we set up a little bit further out this road, but we got one hammering. He's got to be about 150 yards just out through there. He comes down onto this castle road, see those decoys, he's got to come in. I'm not gonna look. You just tell me how. He sees the decoys. He's coming right in. Just wait. Okay, get your head up. Don't move. Just aim right towards that decoy. Just wait. Wait. Got him. Awesome. Yes. Oh, that's an awesome bird, man. Congrats, man. That's awesome.
What the heck just happened?
I can't believe it.
What the heck?
Come on, let's go see him. It's a huge bird, man. 100% that's the bird I was hunting.
Oh man. That's a beard and a half.
He's got a huge paintbrush on him. Come right out that road.
Oh yeah, he got inch.
I think he's got about inch spurs. All right, we'll let him calm down here. I just walked it off 12 paces. Unreal, man. He's got a real thick beard on him.
Let's see how the road here.
I like the snood hanging down,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He's got a good snood on him. All right, Andrew, what gun are you using? What shells?
All right, we got the Browning 12 gauge National Wild Turkey Federation edition, BPS, and shooting Longbeard XR,
What the
6-shot. What?
What sight do you have on your gun?
Oh.
In case anybody asks what that is.
Yeah, Vortex Venom. I've killed my last 2 birds with it.
See that? Yeah.
I took the red, or did I? No, it's still on. But yeah, I killed my last 2 birds with it. I think it's perfect for turkey hunting in 30, 40 yards. So, yeah, that's what we're going with. Standard Browning choke tube that comes with it. I missed yesterday, so I started getting in my head, and I'm like, oh, maybe my choke tube.
This is the redemption turkey.
Yeah, anytime I miss, I go into this spiral of maybe
Sometimes he thought it was his hat. He started wearing different hats.
changing gloves. I never know what the reason I missed besides human error. I always chalk it up to something else.
Well, I know one year it was because that sling caught on a
yeah,
branch.
that might, yeah,
and it
this
spooked
sling-
the turkey.
The sling pulled the whole
Yeah,
branch
that was
up.
back in 2014.
Yeah, you can watch that video. It's a mess, but
All right, let's get down here and check them out. All right,
so,
Andrew's 2026 Spring Gobbler. Congrats, man.
we did some unconventional. Usually Johnny and I are more of the
Run and gun.
run and gun call spree every 100 yards, but today we decided to take a step back and just kind of let the turkeys work to us instead. And
Yeah.
these birds back here are smart for some reason. You call and they have a hen, they're gone the next second. So
This bird never gobbled on the roost. That's a pretty big factor there. You always wonder like what happened, there's no gobbles, and then he didn't fire up until what? We figured 5:45.
7:15.
Or, oh yeah, quarter till 7 is when he first gobbled.
What time is it? What time do you think we shot? I don't even know what time it is. About 7:05, a little after 7 we probably shot.
Yeah.
And we didn't even hear him until 6:45. So what happened was we called in this position and didn't hear anything.
Yeah, we set up originally in a blind where I was hunting a bird earlier in the week, and I kind of had an idea where he was roosted. So I had already had the blind set up, and we were just going to sit there all morning. Well, when I hunted that gobbler, he ended up over here. Well, this morning we hear a gobbler over here, and we thought, oh, he's not in the original roost. He has a second roost that's around the hillside. So we got out of the blind, which is just way out around the turn. That end of that road makes a right turn, and that's where the blind is set up. And so we came out this road, set up the decoys, because we thought if that turkey is roosted right around that turn and they come on that road and they come and see these decoys, well, we got a dead bird. So we set up we set up just over here a little bit, and we didn't hear any more gobbling. The birds that were over here stopped gobbling, and we said, well, we'll just sit here for a little bit. We yelped a few times, we didn't hear anything. I said, all right, well, let's pick up the decoys. We'll walk back towards the truck, because this is the direction the truck is at, and then we'll, you know, maybe drive up on the hill and see if there's anything up there. Well, we were halfway out the road, and here's what happened. We carried the decoys, and I left one of the sticks in the ground by accident, and we were halfway out the road. We were, what, 250 yards out the road or more? And so
Johnny realizes he does not have.
I realized I don't have the stick to set up this hen decoy. I'm like, I left it back where we were just set up. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go back. I was like, we're not hearing anything. Maybe we'll pack up. I'll go back. I had my backpack over here too, because we figured we'd just walk out the road, we'd come back. And it just seemed like it was a dead morning. I said, I'll go back, we'll get the backpack, and we'll go back, and, you know, my keys are in my backpack and everything. Well, when I came back to get that stick, I just put my backpack on, and boom, right where our blind was, I heard a gobble. So I dropped everything and ran as fast as I could to go get him, because I just told him, sit back there in case we hear a gobble around the hillside while I go get my stuff. And so we got to go back and set up where we were just at. I said, there's a bird that we did not hear gobble on the roost.
These Johnny's looking like this.
So we hurried up, and as soon as we got right to where we were at here, that bird hammered right at the end of that road back there. And I said, all right, we got to set him up right here is where we got to set the decoys up. I said, if he comes out onto the road, really?
Just heard him back that way.
If he comes out onto this road, he'll see those decoys. So we hurried up, got right up there, 12 paces to that cherry tree, and we yelped before we left here, no answer. So that bird didn't even answer. It knew where we were. It knew there was a hen here before we left, but it never gobbled for 20 minutes after, and maybe a half hour after. And so it's just something that you always wonder, like, okay, you're like, I don't hear any birds gobbling. You yelp, you don't hear anything. This is a learning experience for us also. You just got to realize, maybe it's just one of those things where they're there. You just need to just be patient and just sit the day out. You know, maybe it's just one of those things, you pack a lunch, be prepared to fall asleep beside a tree, and just sit there all morning. But we're sort of the run and gun. Like, we want to find a bird that's fired up, ready to take it to a call, and it's just a little bit more, you know, kind of action packed. And we have a lot of land to cover because he has his land and we're on my land, so we'll bounce back and forth. So there's lots of other birds to hunt, and it's like, instead of just trying to hunt one particular area, and it's like, if the bird's here, we'll sit all day for it. And so we're usually like, if nothing's answering our calls or nothing's turned on hot, we'll just go somewhere else and see if we can strike up a hot gobbler somewhere.
I'm all confused right now.
So that's what happened. So he knew we were here, and I just said, hey, we already called. He already knows we're here. Just set up, and he came right in.
Time for a victory smoke and a victory cigar.
There we go.
Pipe and victory cigar.
Hey, let's check out the measurements here.
Go with the old spurs first.
Spurs. What is that?
That's an inch and a. Oh, he's over an inch.
Yeah, 1.25 inches.
Hold on a second. I'm looking at the.
I can't read this. 1, 2, 3. About 1.25 inches, I think.
He's a. No.
Oh no! Wait. Where's
Yeah, he's almost 1.25 inches. He's just shy of 1.25 inches.
And this side? This.
That side's a little shorter.
About 1 1/8 inches.
Yeah, 1 1/8. Okay, beard.
Oh man, he got tucked back in.
Yeah, it's tucked back. It's a lot longer than what it looks.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it is. 10 and
About 10 inches.
10 and
Yep.
2/8, 10 1/4.
Nice. Measure that snood.
Let's see. That's how he's got here. Oh, look at that. Got good crunkles.
Got
couple
good
BBs in.
crunkles. Andrew likes the crunkles.
And then you got this snood here. That's what you tell. They tell you that you can really know a gobbler's age by their snood length. And he's pushing about. What is that? 3
A
inch.
little over 3 1/4.
I mean, I'd say that's a really good turkey for like around here.
Yeah. Normally we're killing like
3/4 inch spurs.
3/4
18
inch.
pounds.
Yeah, 8-inch beard. So above average bird. Awesome, man. Congrats.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for taking me
Okay,
out.
we're heading back to camp. So, call that I've been using is this glass double. It's got slate in the back, glass in the front, and I love it. By Mill Creek Valley Game Calls. Sean Kochi makes awesome calls. Just that little bit, and we were talking on the way out that I've carried this call 3 times, and in the last 3 times I've carried this call and used this call, Andrew has killed a bird or missed a bird.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing is on a winning streak of calling in birds, not kills, just calling birds in range is 3 for 3.
Yep.
Because the last few years I haven't even been out, so I gave this call to Andrew's dad to use because I knew when I started having kids I probably wasn't going to be hunting very much. So this is the first time I've even been out since 2022. And now Andrew also has the same one. Let's see yours.
Yep.
You got that one this year, right?
Yep. I got.
Because he knew this is a good call.
But mine's just the
Yeah.
glass. Same thing though. Actually, I got 2.
You have-
I liked them so much, I got 2. This is the same one with glass, but on the, like Johnny's on the back side, you have the slate.
Yeah. What decoys?
Oh.
We don't say, people be asking.
Yep. Avian X.
Avian X
Quarter
decoys.
strut Jake decoy. And then
the
I got
hen.
the lookout hen, I believe. But I'm trying to think here. I think the last I killed a bird in 24, 25, and now 26, and I've been using these Jake decoys out with it, and they seem to just, most of the time at least, come straight into them. So,
Yeah.
and that one I think was about to start fighting it, but we didn't want to play that game and risk it. And
Yeah.
with the birds back here, we never know what they're gonna do. So, yep.
So yeah, we got Avian X decoys, Mill Creek Valley Game Calls is what we're using. Camo, Huntworth. We just
Yep.
got some new Huntworth clothing.
Huntworth.
Me and Andrew got different colors. I'm wearing, I think that's Vertec, and I'm wearing like Tarnin.
Yep.
Andrew keeps saying I look like a tree in the woods.
He's
that's pretty
Johnny
cool.
Tree.
So it works. Ready to go back to camp for the victory smoke.
Victory smoke time.